under tools and import export settings.
Okay.
And you're going to start off in export. And the one thing that you don't want to do here is select all. Because what that's going to do is it's going to duplicate everything when you go to import it onto the next computer, and you're going to have duplicates of everything, and it's going to just look really messy.
Okay.
You just want to find whatever it is that you've created. So I can search for test, and I can pick test workspace, and I can export, and I can put that somewhere on this computer, like in the downloads folder, somewhere where I know where it is. And then you can email it to yourself. So we'll just do test workspace, and I can save. And so it's exported it successfully. And so if we look on the computer in the downloads folder, it's created this file. So you can attach this. It's a pretty small file. You can attach it. You can email it somewhere, or if you've got like a drive that pops up for yourself in all of the computers, you can pop it in there, depending on how you have things set up. And then whenever you get into the next computer, you go back into tools, import export settings, and instead of export, you go to import.
Oh, okay.
And then you'd find that file.
Gotcha.
Open it, and then check off whatever you're trying to import, and then you can add it into that.
Okay, that's
That's a lot quicker.
So you don't have to do drag and click on it.
Right.
That's
That's nice. that
Build
you
it
can-
on one location,
The camera.
export the database file.
And then just
Like
import it
you
into.
see,
I
you
like
have
that.
a-
Okay, that's a
If you
lot
backed up,
easy.
the video backed up, so you can see exactly where a person changed position, or is this just live?
While you're running a study, the camera is only live.
Okay,
After you're done running the study, it'll be synced with
I
whatever
gotcha.
you're looking at.
okay. So basically, you can't just, page back, oh, that's when they turned. And,
Right, but
because you're not gonna be able to see that.
have to be putting in when
Oh,
you
the
turn
position,
anyway,
that's
the
right.
positions are
Cause it's
Yeah,
already
that's
in there,
right.
yeah, so we don't have to do that no more, which is awesome too. Especially when we have floppy
I was
fish.
basically just curious if it backed up, you know what I mean, like it
Yes. But
wasn't in real time, it actually backed up when you backed up.
when you are reviewing the study.
Well, when you're
running
reviewing,
the
but
study.
like say we're staging and we're backing up to go back to stage and mark events, the camera's not gonna go back with that, it's gonna
The
continue to
camera's
run
always gonna stay
in real time, okay.
It's pretty simple.
Alright, so we kind of went through like the navigational type stuff. Let's go over like the steps that you would need to do in terms of starting your study, tagging things, running your calibrations and all that. So we hit start recording, our device is connected, we ended up on this screen here. So the first thing that you'd want to do is you'd want to properly run your machine cows. So a lot and slash all of the things that you're going to be doing that'll start and stop a study live in this untitled scoring menu in the top middle of the screen.
Okay.
So untitled scoring,
Is that what it says?
yes, it says untitled scoring. And then test calibration mode. That's going to be like your system cals, your electrical cals, your calibration stand, whatever verbiage you're used to using that's not test calibration mode. It's probably not that many. And then you'll get your square waveforms. The quirk here with the test cal or the cal stamp is it's going to run like that forever. Unless you stop it. So you want to let it run for like an epic, and then you can come back into untitled scoring and uncheck that test cal mode, and it'll stop doing your electrical cal.
And the bio cows is in there too, right?
Yep, and then your next
Okay.
drop down is your bio cal. If in between you want to run your full-on impedance check, you can click on the little ohm symbol up at the top over here as well. And it's just going to show you the same information that you can already see on the screen. So
Okay.
most of our customers don't use that extra button, but you can if you wanted to. If you want to look at the values specifically, instead of just the colors. and then stop impedance check. One thing you'll notice, and I don't know how Alice does this, but while you're running your impedance, it doesn't wash out your entire study. Some other systems do that in the background.
Yeah, neon coding does. It white, yeah.
And so since we're always running that impedance check to show you that little widget, you don't get any disruption of your study by clicking that home button to run your impedance check.
Which one of the buttons again?
Your little horseshoe, green horseshoe, ohm symbol. So, test cal, impedance, and then back in untitled scoring, biocalibration is your last option here. So that'll give you another floating window for your biocalibrations. Their default, it has these recommended biocalibration steps from the ASM. I just find that these ones are a little wordy.
Yes, they are.
Them.
Cause I'm looking at them like those the bio
Or we made some custom ones, and we can talk about adjusting these a little as well. Do you do biocals before and after, or just before?
Just before.
Just before. So you can use either PM or AM. It doesn't matter. The only reason that there's two is if you were ever needing to do both. So you can click on AM or PM biocals, and these are a little more short.
Oh yeah.
Eyes open, eyes closed,
Yes.
left, right, up, down. Switch your T.
Jay, is this something?
Yes.
We can just change it
First
once.
lesson.
What's your
That's how we do it, yeah. I don't know if we do that.
Jay, can we just change it the once and then
They
it'll
can't hear you, am I gonna?
What do you mean?
Things working
go
by
to all the
next year.
computers?
Yeah.
Like, all the computers?
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
I'll have to show you how to do that, but
okay.
we, at least the way we have these two set up so far, I can change something
No, no,
here,
maybe last night, but maybe
and it'll
it's
go
not
Okay,
I wrote it
the
down.
only thing that
Oh,
won't do that,
is your
Workspace.
user settings,
Is
like your workspace.
Right,
I mean,
okay.
if
And
you
that's
wanted
what
to
you can
make a
export and import.
default workspace, we can push that to everybody,
She just moved in with her daughter.
but I'm assuming like each tech does not want to have their workspace go out.
Right.
right, then
Like,
they,
but if we wanna make like an Emily PSE, we can put that on all the computers,
Mm-hmm.
and it can go everywhere.
and then they could,
Then we could
Save
change
it
the changes
for
and
their
then
own.
save it to us, right?
Yes.
yeah. we
Yeah, that's
probably
what you were
could.
asking, right?
Ish, but yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
kinda need to talk through a little bit of
For
that.
sure with this, can it go and, right, so we can just change it, it's one and done.
Yes.
That's
It'll go.
what
and
I'm,
it'll
of the
go
bio
everywhere.
cows. Because, you know, there's
like,
certain ones
You
you
need to
want.
be, this is admin mode.
Yeah.
And you'd have to be, have administrative privileges.
Which,
Let's
David
hope I
did,
do.
I'm assuming that
Mm.
he does.
Okay.
Only Marissa's going to, actually. I'm kidding.